If you want to communicate, can others know what you are going to say? Can you reflect on the implications of what you are going to say? One of the most important parts of a human body is the mouth, but it can also be one of the most dangerous. When you follow into the history of mankind, the mouth has caused wars. The mouth has caused genocide. Today, the world we live in, everybody is a communicator. Courtesy of technology. Initially, only them would communicate. The gentleman with the camera behind you. So what would happen? There would be control measures. He picks information, like where we are here today. He first goes through him. He chooses what can be communicated and what can't be communicated. Now today, even when you are seated eating, somebody will come and photograph you and communicate. When you have an altercation, you can live here, and as you are moving, a border rider knocks you. And before you realize, there are 20 of them. Before you realize, you are being beaten. It is a matter of somebody getting a small video and saying, Omubi abada bapichi, nebamukuba. Before you tell the world that actually you were not a thief but a victim of an accident, your name is gone. You have no reputation before your family, your loved ones, and your employers. One of the biggest challenges we are having is the world is under attack. It's under attack by very organized attackers. We have challenges of sexuality, you know it. We have a challenge of, it used not to be very common, but today, the world has very sophisticated people. You find somebody is very educated, he's putting on a tie, he probably lectures even in the university, but he has a well-orchestrated campaign of immorality. And if you are not so steady, he will knock you down. Like I know currently in the church we are facing a challenge where you are defending us really a lot on the issue of homosexuality. You know the challenge we are facing. You wake up one day and somebody says it's a right. Before you do like this, he has better English, he has better arguments, and you go on the defensive. You can't, by the way, when you're not too good, you can't defend yourself against him. And we are stuck. Now for us in the justice, law and order sector, winning a case, there are certain buffering we know. When he comes into a matter, you go on the defensive. He knows how to maneuver, he knows how to arrange the cameras, he knows how to spoil your name, he knows how to put an officer on the defensive. If you are not a very careful supervisor, you are finished. You will end up transferring a DPC, you fire an OC, but all in the name of an invisible but very calculative manipulator. So we have common threats. Yes. Of course.
Time back, some people thought we are like enemies, but we came together. And the Lord spoke to us that we are one army. We are one army. We may be Pentecostals, we may liken us to the national army. We have those who are infantry, we have those who are marine, we have the mechanized, and then you have the Air Force. So the one who was presenting said, probably the Pentecostals are the Air Force. But what I want to bring across in is that the Uganda police and we, the body of Christ, are one army.
Yes.
There is what you can do which we can't do. And there is what we can do which you can't do. There is what our dear president can do and fight in his means, but there is a limit. But when you bring the other arm of the church, I'm telling you, we can deal with the heavenlies. And these words, like for your information, he's a witness and my secretary, we took time to pray and fast. When we had those guys talking of 23rd, being a day of fire, what have you, but we talked to God and we prayed, and the Lord assured to us, you pray for my policemen, as I told you, that we are praying for you, and we thank God they failed to accomplish the agenda.
Richard Magongo, the spokesperson of the Pentecostal Evangelicals and Born Agains in Uganda. National Fellowship is an organization that has over 50,000 churches, but we have 15 regions. So we invited regional public relations officers for a training to equip them to do their PR activities very well. But we also invited Afande Rusoke, the PRO of police, to come and equip us, to train us, so that we can compare notes, because we've appreciated that the church and the police do the same work. We all deal with the souls, and for us, when we preach, souls are changed, souls are revived, the sinner lives their ways, the murderers come to the Lord, prostitutes come to the Lord, and all those other people with bad habits come to the Lord. While the police may use a bullet, may use a gun, for us we do the preaching. So today we are equipping each other, and that's why we invited the spokesperson of police with the PROs in the churches to compare notes and to train each other, equip each other to become better public relations officers as we speak for the church, the body of Christ, and address some of these things that are in the churches.
How are you intending?
Churches, one of the things we've continued to do is to continue teaching the youth about what is right before God, continue teaching the men, the women, the marrieds, and to make sure that this gospel sinks into their hearts. Because when a heart is transformed, a character is changed and the person changes. And that's why we are working together with the police, because the police will deal with anything criminal, but the Bible will deal with the behavior, with the character. And as we work together, people will transform, Uganda will be better, and churches will be better, and the entire population of Uganda will be transformed.